Yeah,
like
you see how he's singing Masanabo, Masanabo, that kind of culture. You know culture.
Yeah.
This Buffalo Soldier. That roots reggae. That's the kind of music it does. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then maybe I think it's because of the kind of.
It is not necessarily because of the kind of music it does. It is not. It is not because Last is the Last is urban. Last is one of. Last is not. Is not. If you ask Burna Boy will tell you that Last. If you ask any Burna Boy fan, not say Burna Boy. If you ask any Burna Boy, a real outsider, like outside Burna Boy's fans are called outsiders.
Yeah.
If you ask a real outsider to tell you one of Burna Boy's song, will tell you that it is Last is like the least of Burna Boy's album. This recent album, it is not better than African Giant. It is not better than.
Which one is African Giant?
African Giant is the one that has
his own album.
Yeah, it's
okay, alright.
The one that has on the low.
Yeah.
On the low, yeah. It is not better than that album or even Twice Our Store.
Okay.
Yes, but then Last is big. It is like Burna Boy's biggest song ever. It looks like after you. Yeah.
That's Burna Boy.
It is a plugin. It is a plugin and the words behind the song.
Like Kadibo. Like I'm trying to do how he go about. I don't know how that his craft is something.
Yeah, that's Burna Boy for you. He has evolved.
Was he like that from the beginning?
No,
that
from the beginning, Burna Boy wasn't like that. Burna Boy he wasn't like that. He started with dancehall. So I think he started with hip hop before he ventured into dancehall. So he was doing dancehall kind of songs. Then he did some collaborations with Stonebwoy, with Sekina Made. Did the collaboration with Shatarali. Hosanna.
Oh, was Burna Boy?
Go to the bar now, go to you to fit it with the talk, then you talk, you get wiser, them get stupid. That's when I
But you know, like I was just jamming to this thing, but then I didn't know Burna to music.
Yeah, so Burna Boy is on that song Hosanna. Yeah, so then he left Ghana, but he was in Ghana for a very long time. With Shatawale. Then he left Ghana.
When he had beef with him.
Yeah, then he left Ghana, went to Nigeria, and when he went to Nigeria, he released. I forgot the name of the album. The album that Ye is on it. So he released Ye. Then Kanye West has released an album Ye. You know Kanye West is that easy. So Ye, and he released Ye. Very familiar. So I think some people, it is assumed that people mistook Kanye West song for Burna Boy song, and the guy with him also picked it because of the titles. So when you play Kanye's song, then Burna Boy's song also comes after. Which is you.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like that, and boom.
That was how he came
of Burna Boy. Before that, Burna Boy's biggest song was to the left and to the right, like to party. So the like to party and to the left, to the right. That was Burna Boy's biggest song before. Yeah.
So would you say he took advantage of Kanye West's album at that time too?
Oh yeah, of course. But
and he wasn't aware; it was coincidental, right?
You know, sometimes when somebody would say, "Why are you titling your song Ye?" when Kanye has a project titled Ye, you don't have to do it.
It's sometimes strategic, right?
Sometimes strategy, sometimes it's coincidental.
Yeah, there's destiny.
You just have to go with your flow. Sometimes you have to risk taking and it works for you.
If I was gonna say that it could be that Kanye West could have override his, and like we wouldn't even hear about him. But here is the case that he was fortunate.
Yeah.
And then boom,
Boom.
Burna Boy has become Burna Boy.
Burna Boy. Burna Boy is now Burna Boy is the African giant. Africa is hottest now. So
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. So Grammys,
and Burna Boy he had a nomination again in I think the global album of the year.
at least he had two nominations.
Two nominations. So Love Damini. Love Damini is the album that Last is on.
Okay.
Last Hold My Hand. The one featuring Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
And Common Person. Happy Common Person. All those songs are on Love Damini.
Come on, person. I don't know how to sing it.
All those songs are on it.
All right. So, is there any Ghanaian artist who has been nominated in Grammy aside Rocky Dawuni? I mean,
It's always been Rocky. It's always been Rocky. If to those who have come close to nomination in quotes, Qbeat. What's this guy's name? Fuse ODG.
Yeah, Fuse.
I think, and maybe probably Stoneboy also. And Manifest. He was on Burna Boy's African Giant. Is it African Giant or Twice or Tour? One of the albums. I think Twice or Tour. No, it was African Giant. He was on African Giant. He was on another story. Since 1960 and they play SYO. Yeah, he was on African Giant. So it was that album that was nominated, and I think so it is not every category that featured artists are nominees.
Okay.
It is not every category in Grammys that featured artists are nominees, but in some categories featured artists are nominees.
Yeah.
That is why when Beyonce she won a best video with Brown Skin Girl.
Okay.
And Wizkid received an award because that category. Yeah, that Wizkid we also received a plaque.
Wow.
A plaque just like that. Yeah, so Wizkid's name was on it as a Grammy winner.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is how it works. But in categories like the global music of the year, it doesn't apply there.
Okay.
It doesn't apply there, right?